Welcome to another day of Ether Raids. We are taking on a dual Igrin, one of the two. We're gonna Edelgard this. It's gonna be a little bit tricky though because Loki. Yeah, the downside of bringing Asker is that status effects and Loki. So it's very difficult, or pretty much impossible, to avoid having all of my status effects pretty much removed, which is a bad thing for this team in particular, but hopefully Edelgard just hits hard enough to make it not matter. So that's really the plan. These units don't appear to be the tankiest, so she should be able to do a fair amount of damage. I think the toughest one here, or probably the one that she wouldn't be able to take out, is Hell and Makaya, which we have Gold Egg here for, so should be fine. We'll see. Damage check should tell the truth, but that aside, still working on that other team. I think I might abandon the Marianne, the Rearm Marianne one, as an option, rather. Canto Control is literally everywhere, man, and I feel like I'd have to save her for like the final initiator after I take out the Canto Control unit, and that's like too far back in terms of where I'd like to have her positioned in terms of the like attack priority, and then even in the sense that the fact that I have to deliberately wait to use her is a big detriment to the way that I would like to play. I want to have the option to use the unit that I need. And also, I've been trying to get her to take out Ike, and she just is not doing it because she can't live the hit. So,
suggestions?
Yeah, not an option. And then also, I was trying again, because I think I said in the previous video, I was having a problem taking out Brave Alphonse. He's just been fairly, like, really tanky. I don't know. Lately, he's just, like, I feel like my red units are, like, completely useless. Aside from, like Lysithea, Brave Lysithea, and Baby Robin, who are able to do the job. The rest of them just fail. Golvik can do it, but, like, if there's, like, he doesn't get his special off because she kind of can't live the hit also, so it's not the greatest. I don't know what to do about it.
I agree.
It's a unfortunate problem to have. I mean, solution would be to like run Desperation, but I don't really want to do that. Kind of messes up everything. Also, Loki, yeah, problems are abundant. So the new Ike build, or I don't think it's really new, but the most common Ike build that I've been seeing is Ike with fortifications. So just increasing his defense and res, making him really difficult to take out. And I haven't found the right unit to do that. I probably ultimately I feel like unless something pops off on the Mythic banner, Mythic Legendary, I can't even keep track anymore. Unless something pops off there, something good, I'm probably going to have to put Baby Dual Robin on the team because of the Hush Spectrum and the Triangle Attack, or the Dual Strike. Dual Strike, rather. I feel like that might have to be the play because I can't think of another way to take him out. He's just doing too much, like fully too much. The Double Special Hero banner is out, so I might consider pulling for the Bridal Sharena, just, to have that option on the team, maybe. Because I didn't pull on that banner because I didn't want to pull for Bridal Embla. It was out of protest, but at this stage in the game, it literally doesn't even matter. There's so many ways to counter her, so I was like, alright, I might as well. But I don't know, man. I might just not bother pulling because I don't know. I feel like I don't have enough units that do things. And also, Baby Lisa's on that banner, and I kind of want to finish getting her to +10. I have her at like +7, and she's just so adorable. So I kind of want to get the final copies of her. I don't know. I'll probably do it, but
You're all right.
I don't know, man. I'm just gonna have to stay one team short because Ike and Alphonse. I can't solve those two problems. Either stay one team short or put a dancer on the team. But the dancer has to be like, because ultimately my nukes are gonna be Golveg and who's the other one?
Come along.
Uller, which is the secret sauce. Uller is the secret sauce. But the problem is Hardy Bearing kind of stops the team. So I wanted a way around that. And also the team needs to take out Ike and Alphonse. So yeah,
We mustn't get lost.
tough decisions. I don't know what to do. Work in progress. That aside, what else is going on?
Careful not to burn.
Not much.
To a golden
I think we're
summer.
almost done here, so this should be a short one, I guess. I'm trying to think of things to say, but I got nothing. Hoping Edelgard survives here, because I can't do anything else. So, Triandra versus Edelgard, we'll see what happens here. He does have a couple of merges, but typically Edelgard lives. At least the one benefit of Loki here was that she removed all of my buffs, so that Edelgard won't be able to counterattack with the Prime.
Into the
But that aside, she should be fine, I guess. I'm struggling.
mustn't get
There is
lost.
nothing going on.
Which path to take?
I don't know. I don't know what to talk about. I guess I'll just talk about the Pokemon leaks, I guess. I don't know why everyone's so up in arms about it. I guess that's the only thing that comes to mind. It's not like any of the stuff that was happening wasn't like already known from the Pokemon lore. A lot of those entries were already in the Pokédex, so I'm kind of surprised that people were like so up in arms about, you know, the Typhlosion stuff. But ooh, that's a lot. No special at least. 56? 58. Okay. It's fine. We're alive, so it's fine. But yeah, don't know why everyone was so up in arms about it. We always knew, or at least I always knew, that the Pokemon creators were kind of freaky. So not too surprised about that.
Suggestions? Who's next?
Yeah. People just take the opportunity to be selectively outraged, I guess. I don't know. Controversial take, maybe. But it's over. GG's. See you in the next video. Welcome to another day of Ether Raids. It's been 2 days now, or at least a day and a half, I don't know. And there's still nothing to talk about since the last match that I played. And I don't know, man. This is weird. This is, well, no, this is actually normal. This is back to what Faye was before CYL. And maybe even summer, when things started to go a little bit crazy, like banner after banner, there was always something new. So I guess things are just slowing down a bit now, and it's to be expected. But it's tough to adjust. I don't know. I was getting a little bit used to all of the hype antics, and now we are a little bit void of content in terms of something new to put on the table. Straightforward map here. Take out the big bulky units and then run away. That's going to be the game plan. And then from there, I don't know. Should be enough. Test out the trap. Okay, get the real one. Doesn't matter because we have the healing tower, and I will make use of it. Although it's not like, if I didn't, I probably still could have done this. Primary strategy is to get away from Loki because she's taking away my stuff. It's kind of annoying. But for now, I'll try to figure out what to do. This is the team that I was talking about with Uller, and as you can see, I've ended up putting, oh, that one's okay, never mind. I've put baby dual baby Robin on the team. It's not ideal. It's not exactly what I wanted, but I really couldn't figure out, like, at least his dual button gives me triangle attack or dual strike, and I can potentially use that to get Golvig to hit harder. Plus the hush spectrum and the swap debuff or the movement debuff, it can work out in my favor potentially on what. Oh, I don't have any seals, as you can see. Looks like I forgot to lock the team. It's fine. It won't matter. I can at least use the debuffs to potentially get stat swings in my favor, and potentially an extra action if it is needed from Dual Baby Robin. I really didn't want to re-bless them and put them on offense, but I've noticed that I haven't been using them on defense for a while now. So
it will be done.
Good unit. Why not just put them on swap them from defense to offense? Instead of just benching them entirely, which is typically what I end up doing. Reason that I haven't been using them on offense is just because Ike has so many ways to ignore Hush Spectrum that, like I said, you're just going to have to figure out how to eat the Great Ether and survive. The Hush Spectrum is not going to work in your favor anymore against Ike, so it devalues Dual Baby Robin quite a bit in that aspect, or in that defense layout style. So I had to figure out how to strategize around that and move forward without that being the primary way to take down Ike. Unfortunately, it does mean that there's a spot that is now available on defense that used to be occupied by this unit that is now free, and I don't have a lot of ranged threats that can fill that void. So really, as I said it before, really just waiting on that ninja banner to hopefully get something good. I feel like they might go melee for Mythic Legendary just to avoid throwing a big wrench into the mix. I really was hoping, or I really am hoping, that they'll go with a mythic, or with a ranged mythic or legendary, just to give that unit, if it's ranged and good, will be highly valuable in comparison to like where Legendary Veronica was a couple years ago. But I don't know if they'll decide to do that, especially if the unit is green. If the unit is green and ranged, that is going to be a highly valuable unit for where the meta is right now. But I don't know if they're going to go that route. It might. I don't even know what the color shares are, to be honest. So. I mean, we'll see what it is. Hopefully it's not melee, because honestly, we have way too many melee nukes, way too many tanks, I feel, at this point. Even this Asker here has become quite a pain to take out on offense. He is quite bulky. There's a lot of ways to support him with mythics and stone terrain. He's basically like Ike, if Ike was a beast unit. And if you give this Asker Lugu's friend, then his durability just shoots through the roof. Well, I mean, not that much, but kind of still. He becomes even more tanky. So, yeah, I kind of don't want any more tanks that are unkillable. I really want to get some ranged nukes that I can actually start killing things again. Granted, it's not like the worst state for the game currently, but I do feel it's getting a little bit unbalanced, and we do want to have something to freshen things up just a little bit to make defense building a little bit more strategic than it currently is. That aside, I've been using the downtime to watch Narcos. The first 2 seasons have been fantastic, man. The Pablo Escobar stuff, man, at certain points I was like kind of connecting with the character, which, I don't know, that's probably not the most favorable thing to say, but just looking at his motivations and, well, of course, real story, real lives lost, and things of that nature, but just looking at his character motivations and what led him down the path that he went down, it kind of, from if you're like big on family, I kind of am, or I am, it's difficult to not like connect with some of those, we call them themes, notes, emotional notes. it's difficult to not to not get connected with those. And my God, did that show tug on my heartstrings quite a bit. And the way he died was like kind of typical of a drug dealer, you know, usually shot. Yeah, that's usually what happens. That's what they say, you live by the gun, you die by the gun. Same with the sword, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. So it's usually what happens in that type of lifestyle. So I was very invested into that story, and I'm looking to see what they do with the rest of this. I think I'm on season 3, so I'm looking to see what happens with this. I don't know, I think it might be the last season for this iteration of it, so we'll see what happens afterwards. But the first 2 seasons were peak fiction, and definitely something that I would recommend to anyone who's interested in this type of, or that type of genre. Murder mystery. It's not really a mystery stuff. You know where it's going, or if you have any idea of, or if you enjoy historical facts and stuff, I guess you can get some of that from there as well. But yeah, it was really good. That's what I've been doing with my downtime. I haven't been playing a ton of Fae, which is normally what I do, but there isn't much to do currently. Not that there isn't much to do, but there's not a lot that I can really impact or learn. Is that the right word? Yeah, from where the meta is currently, because it's kind of stale. Gotta say, it is kind of stale. Hopefully by the time that, you know, this is out, the trailer is out, and you know, we can get something to buzz about again, and you know, see what's going on for like the next couple of weeks. But for now, things are a bit stale. Yeah. I'm gonna fix this team, and then hopefully we get a match that it actually works. I feel like there isn't, like, I want to give Golveg Uller the Sigurd ring, but movement, I don't want her to get stalled. But I do feel like she would benefit from having the Sigurd ring instead of the Ike ring, not the Ike ring, the Marth ring, where I'm just getting like pre-charged Deadeye. It allows me to get Deadeye twice, which I think is fantastic with the current setup that I have with Asker, who pre-charges by 1.
Where next?
But I do think she would rather have the Kanto to be able to get in and out. I think that is preferred. Kind of like thinking about it, if there was a way to get Igrin to get like potent on Igrin, if there was a way that I could get it to hit 3 times and have the full might, I feel like Igrin would be like better than Uller.
Very well.
Just because of what Igrin's weapon does, I feel like just looking at them comparably, I feel like Igrin could function in a similar way, but I don't think they're gonna allow us to do that with any sort of emblem ring. I don't think so. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. We'll see what happens, but that's kind of just where my mind is at in terms of thinking about something. What else?
Leave it to us.
Nothing comes to mind. I was able to get Duo Sharena. I sparked her, so that is now in my barracks. Not sure what I'm gonna be doing with that. Maybe something on offense. Kind of like reminds me a bit of
Into the surf.
aided Reagan in terms of damage output. So I don't think I'm gonna invest into her in terms of like Assassin Strike, momentum, stuff like that. I don't think I want to do that unless there's something else like super broken that comes out, then maybe. But like I feel like Reagan kind of performs similarly in terms of damage output, so I might just stick with Reagan for a bit, because I did have her I do have her at like +2, so blue range cav, fast. I'll go with Reagan for a little bit longer and see what I get. Although the fact that they're a duo unit does help my case out a little bit in like SD and stuff, but I don't know, not that much of an upgrade. Still struggles to take out the variant of Ike that I'm currently struggling against, which is the Fortifications Ike that I'm just finding unkillable for whatever reason. Minus like Sigurd, of course, but GG's, see you later.